What up, Cuddy Mac?
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Out there?
See, I put that old classic on when we all started in this, Cuddy.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Shit, man. You know me.
That's right. That's right. Okay, our special guest is here. Without further ado, gotta get him on. Hold on. Gooch is here. You gotta turn his mic on though. Let me call him up. Hey, we see you popping in, Cuddy Mac, but you gotta turn your mic on.
Yeah, but I'm hitting the mic. It won't come on.
What, you on your computer or on your phone?
I'm on my phone. Should I do it from my computer?
Yeah, you can do it from there. And then just like I said, that'll even be easier, and then you could really control it from there.
Okay, I'm about to do it now.
Okay.
Later.
Yeah, Donnie Gill.
Yes, sir.
I got an interesting cat. I would like to give, my young warriors a nice balance. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bring you the good, positive brothers, the athletes, and shit like that. But also want to give you cats on the other side of the game. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, audience too. Y'all pick and choose. Like I said, we got family members. Now, we don't look at the way society looks at them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come to Thanksgiving dinner, even though you know what they're about, they still get sit down at the table. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But what brings us to this topic, Donnie Bills, is on the internet and seeing all these killers, dillers, and thrillers.
Man.
And they be having a lot of emotion and shit that, I don't think a rah-rah cat should have.
Yeah.
So that's why I always, y'all always laugh when I call myself a civilian, but I do that because some shit I just don't understand. I can't comprehend because I'm not all the way engulfed in the culture. You feel me?
Well, first and foremost, man, most people, they doing something because they was told to.
Exactly.
So,
Well, let's bring our cat on before you break that down. Hold that thought.
yeah.
The audience, I want to bring in one of my cats, man. Interesting dude. Been down the journey from day one, though. But he gonna ask some questions to a lot of shit that need to be answered. Without further ado, the Ike Turner of rap, Gooch the Great.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's the
What
deal?
up, Gooch?
Hey, man, you know me. I'm low key as a midget doorknob. What's going on?
Man, I'll be explaining to my young warriors here.
Donnie
You know,
Bills?
yes, sir.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
We bring, there's different elements of OGs that have been on all sides of the game to keep us
Right.
all well rounded. You feel me?
Right.
And me and you chop it up about both sides of the game all the time. So I'm like, man, it's a perfect dude to have.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I was explaining to Donnie Bills is what brought me to this topic is, on the internet, I see a lot of rah-rah cats that's supposed to be real thorough cats. That's very emotional and and a lot of crying and whining and shit over the internet. So I have a few questions, I need to be answered. And with
Okay,
you being
let's talk about it.
a man on both sides of the game,
Right.
you're the perfect dude to have.
Well, you know me, man. What's
Real
going on,
quick,
Donnie?
Cuddy. No, I was gonna say real quick, man. The small answer is, man, most of these niggas just pussy, Cuddy. That's what it is.
Man, I know that.
Well, see, Donnie just got straight to the answer. But with Donnie, what we got to do, Donnie, we have to give them why they pussy.
Of course.
You got to realize that 85% of these dudes are raised by no good bitches. So once you have years of that accumulating, that's when the bitch comes out of them.
Right.
Ooh, talk
You know what
about
I
it,
mean?
Kenny. Uh.
If you were raised by WNBA players, you're more than likely gonna play like Lisa Leslie.
Right.
Because that's what you were raised by. You're not gonna have no Jordan in your system because you don't know anything about Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? So um that's where it really stemmed from. That nigga Donnie just got right to the point. They pussy. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also was
Yeah.
gonna take it on the concept too with Cuddy. He slowed me down before you came in here. Like, also too, most casters doing. We talk about whatever side you on, the good, bad, business, streets, whatever. Most
Right.
people doing it because they was told to. Like, not too many. The people that wake up and say, "I want to be a kingpin. I want to be," you know, what I'm saying, Tony Montana. I want to go to the NBA. You know, generally those people make it. But the ones who was like the ball was put in their hand and said, "You're gonna do this," or your brother did this, or your uncle did this. They doing it for a certain reason, so they get blind to the true code and morals of whatever game they in because they doing it for a certain intention. So then that's where the feelings come in because they already got a preset reason of why they're here in the field or whatever it is. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like most street cats is doing it because like their mama told them they couldn't be in the crib, so they went outside and they had to join the side, or their brother did it, or not too many niggas was born like I'm gonna be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna do. They just did it. It was always coerced. Like everything we got was learned. So I think a lot of people been in emotion because they don't know what they're doing.
Well, here's the thing, Donnie. Like our generation, where me and Ledge come from, what you did as you grew up, it was kind of like clothes. It couldn't be on you; it had to be in you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of things these cats are doing now is because it's on them. They see it on TV and it's on them. When we grew up, it was in us. We knew even growing up that was in us. Like your swag and everything was original. It was in you already. It wasn't a copycat. Now, of
Right.
course, when you growing up in life, you take a little bit from this person, and you take a little bit from that person. You know, Jordan looked at Dr. J, Kobe looked at Michael Jordan, LeBron looked at Magic and Michael Jordan, and that makes you. But now these dudes are just straight copycats. Like even when you listen to the music, everybody sounds alike. That was horrible growing up. When we grew up,
Right.
you know, it's acceptable now, but it's kind of low key disrespectful to the art form. And it's the same thing in the game of life. You have to have some type of originality to you to really stand out.
Well, I see back in the day too, like in the music game, which you touched on, somebody was pushed out of the hood as a rapper per se, so they can come back and feed the streets. Whereas now, people just chasing the rabbit and trying to one up the next man, or like you say, bite their style, so they can just get in the same room and sit at the table. Ain't nobody really trying to control like the menu. People just want to get their check, get in and get out. Versus like back in the day, cats were trying to change the world, bar for bar, dance move for dance move. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like it was an intention behind it. But
Yeah.
now it's more so like, man, I just want to. You could do the math though. If I could sell out 100,000 arena and get this on the back end, or if I could do 10 shows at 30 racks, like it's accessible to the information and resources, so you ain't got to work so hard to learn. A lot of these
right.
cats, they know more than they can do, so they doing it.
And it's no hierarchy to hip hop. Like even in basketball, you just can't be the best dude in the NBA and think you're about to walk on the NBA court and shine because it's a hierarchy.
Right.
In hip hop, you can just say you're a rapper and you're a rapper. Like I remember, like Ledge and I are old enough to remember to when rappers died and it made the news, you knew who they were. Now niggas are dying. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
Man.
You know, Captain Crunch and the Funky Bunch got killed. I'm like, who the fuck is
Hey,
that?
Gooch.
Right.
Hey, Gooch, because Donnie's kept from our claw, so he'll tell you, I call him all the time and ask him who certain rappers are. He'd be like, yeah, I don't know, Cuddy.
Okay, so he got some of us in him.
Yeah.
All of it. He's all in us,
Well, see,
Cuddy.
I was born in '93, so I'm like the cutoff of the shit. It's a lot of cats where I always saw it as like the Cuddy Mac cloth split in the middle, and it
Right,
was like, but it covered the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the grass, the soil was of the cloth, and it split. And it was like some young niggas in my generation started jumping, and some landed on one side, some fell off in the middle, some stayed back. And took the old code and built the bridge over to the new wave. So I'm part of the bridge builders. You feel me? Of like keeping
right.
that shit going, because now that shit, You could do all that little shit and get the look, but that's why these niggas be dying so early and so young now, because it's like they get a little money and it was off of no principle, no code, no policy, no procedure. And it's like, nigga, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't validated or certified, and you ain't really walked the land and toured the country like you know what I'm saying? You ain't really put the legwork in to really be moving around like that state to state talking
Right.
like him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit backwards. You know, back in the day, you really had to put in the foot traffic. So if you did get caught slipping, it's like, nah, we heard about you in New York. Like, when y'all did the little tour out there, you spoke to my mans and he is valid, and we way in Cali though. Now it's like, shit, we seen that nigga on the internet, bro. I don't know him. Like, you know, and then it's also worse too, because it's like you never know who's watching now. Back in the day, you had to be there though. So, you know, I think a lot of the cats around me, we true to the cloth, bro. Like, it's really in us, because we see the shit this own niggas just falling off.
Well, here's the thing. Like, even with your situation and Legend calling you Cuddy Mac, to be a Cuddy Mac, he had to bring you in. He had to see that in you.
Yeah.
Everybody not a Cuddy Mac. Like, everybody not gonna know the lingo. Like, the Cuddy Mac shit is its own world.
Right.
Being a bro shot and all that, this is his own lingo. So if he saw that in you, that means you're a good person.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah, so let's take it here back to the game, Gooch, and I'm gonna use a real life scenario.
Okay.
Like I said, you got that good balance. You was able to have your uncle and a few older OGs lace you with the game, as well as a few that try to take advantage of you because you was young.
Right.
Now, so this is what I'm saying, the lesser of two evils, what I was saying earlier, right? So say we all criminals in this room,
Right.
you know, and we're gonna take it back. I said a real life scenario what niggas was doing. They go jack the civilian white boy from Humboldt for 10 pounds of weed, which really ain't shit, right?
Right.
Come back to the hood, give it to the young niggas at 16, 17. And ounces back then was like what, 400, 450?
Easy.
They put the consignment tax on us, charge us 657, right?
Right.
So now as we getting older and wiser, and the next nigga you meet is like, nigga, I got these shits for 350. What the fuck you paying 7 for, right? So now I keep the money that the niggas beat me for, right? So how did I become the worst nigga in this? So now all out in the street, ledge is foul and this shit, but you got that nigga got rape on his jacket, all kind of bullshit. But in the streets now, I'm the worst nigga. So how does that shit happen, Luke?
Man, we live in a society now, Les, to where let's look at life as the bus. For those who used to ride the bus, you have your people that ride in the front, you have your people that ride in the middle, and then you have the people that ride in the back. Normally, the people in the back are the in crowd. You know what I mean? They can fight, they can dress, they can bag, they have bitches, they have everything. Now, the people in the middle of the bus, they kind of cool with the nerds, but yet they hood enough to kind of be cool with the people in the back. Now, the people in the front are really scary. That's why they in the front, so they can be next to the bus driver. What's going on in society now is that the people in the front have control over people in the back now.
Yes.
And it's making a conflict because they know at any time those people from the back can come to the front and whip their ass. But the laws have changed to where you can't touch people in the front now. So that's why the morals and everything are gone, and the weak are controlling the strong because the times have changed. That's why you with the morals looks like the bad guy, because we're living in a time now to where LeVar Ball can raise 3 sons to go to the NBA, and he's called a bad guy, but D Wade can raise his son to be a bitch, and he's considered the good guy.
And ain't nobody even talking about that shit. That nigga just
man. Come on now.
So that's the times that we living in now.
Yeah. I just be tripping. Like I said, I see it so much in the internet. Like I said, I like put myself in the scenario, but I see the show on the internet, like, to this day, like, once again, because Donnie Bills his granddaughter, the great Ron Newt, right? Like say niggas that haven't even thought of reaching the levels of the game that he reached, right?
Right.
But then it's always some low budget, chilly ass nigga that's like, oh man, he ain't official because he was mixing it, or he ain't official because he was married. But like, say, if, for instance, a nigga get married to a chick to get himself out the feds or something. And then it's like a weak nigga putting him down, like, oh, you know, that nigga's married, man, that nigga's a sucker. Like, how can he be a sucker? Nigga, that's a chess move.
Right.
To me, in my eyes, as a, as a civilian.
Ron Newt is one of the greatest to ever do it. And when you do it at that level,
do it.
Hey man, he makes the rules. Suckers don't make the rules. And whoever said you can't be married and be a P.
Exactly.
That don't take away from your pimping.
Brody, at all.
Man.
Ron Newt is one of the baddest dudes to ever do it.
Brody, that's what I'm saying.
That's like saying that, like, a motherfucker that teach at school can't have kids.
Right, or a drug dealer can't have a regular job.
Yeah, like, or like a drug dealer can't do drugs. Like, if he got the art of that control and that rope, why wouldn't he be able to have it in his own home too? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's really the game that's given as far as not the job he got, but like really what his tasks are. And,
right.
You know, he should be able to have his own personal organization, even though he work in the organization. You know what I mean? That's wrong.
Right.
You know, I shouldn't have to. You know, you see the basketball players, what nigga do in the NBA, he get a fat crib and put a basketball quarterback. For fucking what? The nigga ain't practice all day. But shit, like, he a basketball player, so he gonna have one at the house too. So shit,
yeah, that's his love. That's his joy.
Yeah,
you gonna tell him he can't have a basketball court?
Yeah. Come on now.
So or tell a porn star that you can only have sex on camera. You can't go home and fuck nobody. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Weird shit, Gooch. Like, even that's like, Gooch, like, we ain't supposed to be friends, right? So check this out, Donnie Bills. How I'm thinking, right? To even plays up to now. Like I said, when I first met Gooch, nigga quiet. Super quiet. Nigga didn't drink, nigga didn't smoke, didn't fuck with no white women, nigga was just quiet, right? Out the gate, I look up, I'm looking in the magazine, and I see Gooch with a picture with Ike Turner, right? Now that's when we connect. But check it out, Donnie Bills had nothing to do with me beating up on Tina Turner. It was Ike was one of the first niggas who owned his own label. Had his own publishing, all that shit. So I'm like, damn, Gooch is getting bang. I didn't see Gooch learning how to beat up fucking Tina Turner. I seen Gooch nigga going to a real nigga against the real gang.
Yeah.
And that's when I connected back with Gooch, and we've been kicking it ever since.
Yeah.
But I can't explain that, which brings me to my next topic later on. Which brings me, I can't be explaining that, like we were saying earlier, Donnie Bill. You can't explain that to a nigga that don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
These times, me hooking up with Ike Turner, the Me Too people will try to run me out of California.
Yes.
Just for knowing it.
Yeah. So what made you go that direction, Gooch? Like I said, because you had Kane, you know, Gooch, my little brother, Cool G Rap, and at their peak, Gooch, my little brother, Mike Tyson, my little brother. But you straight and nigga and fuck with Ike Turner, like nigga, what made you say, okay, I'm gonna get that too? Because
every dude, whether they admit it or not, we all have a little Ike Turner in us. You know what I mean? At any time it could come out. So at the time, what's love got to do with it? Or, the movie was out or whatever, and I just think the way they showed him was so horrible. So I ran into him and I said, "Hey man, I love you, nigga. You're an idol." He was like, "Okay, what's your name, young man?" I said, "My name is Gooch." I said, "Look, I just got signed to Geffen Records. Would you mind doing the intro on my album?" He said, "Of course I'll do it." And I gave him the address to the studio, and dude came down and chilled for like 8 hours, man, and really told me the real and gave me some real game and really looked out the way OGs are supposed to look out for those who are deserving of the game. Everyone isn't deserving of it.
Yeah. Man.
Like Donnie, like right now, Donnie's a young cat. I think Donnie might be 27 if I'm good at math, which I am.
28.
It's gonna be a little teenager. Yeah. It's gonna be a little teenager where Donnie gonna see something in him. He might not talk to all the other niggas, but he might pull that one aside and be like, "Hey man, let me holler at you," because he sees promise in him. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. When I met Turner at the Hyatt Hotel, we had little Swedish chicks with him.
Yeah. He came to the studio with about 3 of them.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, speak up, young man, because one of these chickens got jealous and poked me in my eardrum with a pin. I don't hear too good. I was like,
yeah. He gonna hit you with all that all night.
Yeah.
That nigga stupid.
So Gooch, tell us this too, man. Would bring us to the other shit, like I said, explaining shit to goofy ass niggas. Explain, Cuddy. Like I said, we get this a lot. Like you said, the front of the bus niggas. Explain, right. And it's like, man, 2020, 2021, I see it a lot. The dangers of having squares in your camp, Cuddy. Which they used to be just innocent bystanders, but now, nigga, they are in the way.
6ix9ine. A square in your camp.
Man.
He's not a blood. He's not about that life. They put him on. They gave him an image, the fake persona, and there you are. They're in federal prison for the next 25 years.
That shit with Soulja Boy and Chris Brown too. The little blood implants. And how you just had to have a little industry dude act like he a blood, get some money up out of him, and then just send him to the wolves.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine. See, I don't honestly. I give Chris Brown a little credit because he did have a standoff with the police. That nigga did that.
Yeah,
he did. He had a standoff.
Yeah.
And that one time they said it was some bums in his house. He was gone. He came back home. It was some bums in his house, and he pistol whipped them niggas though. Chris Brown,
so he got it in him. I give him a way more credit. Yeah, Chris Brown bought that life. But 6ix9ine is the perfect example. Okay, academics. Look at academics.
True.
Real square buster nigga.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
His name is ringing, kicking up all kind of bullshit.
Yeah. And still nigga like Vlad TV, he a square buster nigga too.
Yeah, that's another one.
I think who else?
All these people have led to the destruction of borderline. What'd you say, Donnie?
I said Charlemagne was on the borderline or some shit like that in hip hop too. Like, is you a square buster? Is you really here? What you really here for? Then he was supporting academics for a while. When academics started tripping, he did jump off that little wagon.
Charlemagne is he's like in the middle, man. He's on the fence. I don't know about Charlemagne. See, because here's the thing: Charlemagne will say some fly shit, but then he'll turn around and defend the rainbow community. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah. Then pull his Bible out.
Yeah. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, nigga goofy, man. Yeah, but I say having the buses and the squares around, it's a tough one because like nowadays there is no like you said, there's no hierarchy, there's no gatekeepers, there's no bar, there's no prototype. Back in the day, you look at your Miss America or Mr. America, you had your Mr. Olympia, whatever, they had the different factions of what it was like or what you could, should, and would be. Now It's like, bro, I can tomorrow go get like the with Toucan Sam Fruit Loop nigga tatted on my face. I could like shave this eyebrow off, dye half my beard blonde, and I'll be the nigga though. Like everybody
and be cracking.
And everybody do that shit.
But that only works in the black world. Let's look at something like country and western. Country and western, they have a hierarchy. You can't just grab a electric guitar and ding, 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 and say you're a country or western artist. They're not going for that.
Nah.
They still have guidelines and rules to country music.
Like that one song with Lil Nas X, they said it wasn't country. He had to go get Billy Ray Cyrus on there just for it to be considered a country song. He said, okay.
And they stood on that. They wasn't about to play with him. They were like, hey.
So he played smart. He said, nigga, I ain't finna play with y'all. I'm finna go get country music then.
Right. See, but we as black people are so forgiving that we just let any old thing happen to our music.
Bro, this nigga 6ix9ine be having like lace front. That shit a weave. Like the little hair, that ain't him. That's like he got extensions and shit. Like that
Oh, that's
shit.
fake hair?
Nah, yeah, like if you know niggas don't really get up on him, or real niggas don't care enough to really like see him like that. But nah, that ain't even him. Like, come on, bro. You see that nigga hair, bro? Bitches don't even have that type of hair. His mama hair. He sell that shit too. He sell little wigs and weaves the same little rainbow color and shit.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
now, hey, Bro Shot, are we allowed to ask you questions as well, or you just host the show?
No, we just chop it up. It's West Side Live, Cuddy.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let me ask you a question, because Donnie and I are doing a lot of chopping it up. How do you feel about the front of the bus people being in charge now?
Man, that's just really disturbing my groove. I was telling Donnie earlier, man, it's like trying to explain something to a square nigga, like explain something to a dumbass broad. You gotta sit there and break every fucking detail down. You don't get the shit. And it's like really like getting in the way, like cause like I said, it's shit that they don't even know they're in the way sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like handling shit, like I said, we handle some shit, we talk on the phone like man or face to face and shit. These niggas going straight to Facebook and shit and whining, and I ain't prepared for all that type of shit.
Yeah.
The
Like
shit
I
is
said,
weird.
yeah, and the industry is really fucked up because now I'm seeing shit full circle and seeing the niggas that couldn't even get in the club as the executives now. So now I see why shit be so fucked up, and they bring in who they want to bring in.
Right.
Yeah, man. So hell no, man. I'm not digging that shit at all, man. And I didn't even realize it was just really the squares that's in my fucking way.
Mm.
That's
Well,
why they try to weed out dudes like Dame Dash, because he's so real with it. He not about to play with you.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I was telling you, Cuddy, I had the situation. I told the dude I was pressing him about something. He said, You pressing? What you mean? Like, nigga, I'm not finna describe or like explain like the validity of
Yeah.
what's gonna occur if this occurs and that occurs. Like when a nigga say he pressing, yeah, come on now. Even the
Yeah, you
squares.
should know what it is already.
So you
Yeah,
you
Gooch
playing
did not hear no
dumb.
what pressing meant. Gooch, like I said, now I gotta explain. I'm like, why you pressing me? Like, I gotta explain what pressing means now. Like, come on, nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey man, this shit is so weird now, man. This
Weird.
and it happened quick. It happened
But
really quick.
it's really weird too. Now it's like, I mean, I don't know. So y'all can, I'm gonna ask y'all a question, right? I'm gonna give some context first.
All right, go
So for
ahead.
me, it's weird too. You got niggas like, all right, I'm 28. So let's just take, because this was still a thing when I was in the 20s in general, from 20 to 30, right? Got niggas from
Okay.
20 to 30, like still living with their mama, like still chasing the same bitches, still doing the same stuff, bro. But it's like, if you got a chain on and you got like some little $100 bills, it's like niggas look past the fact that like they can't even come hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't
Yeah.
even really working. You just them hundreds, whatever you doing, you just doing. Ain't even know, you know what I'm saying? You ain't working for nothing. You ain't saving while you at the crib so you can go do something. 5 years later, you still doing the same shit. You might got a different BMW, but like you still doing the same shit. So was it the same for y'all where y'all had people who just was faking it until they made it and never made it?
Yeah, let me tell you something, Donnie. It's a lot of niggas that hang out every night, nice chain on, nice outfit, fly car on rims. Man, they might even be throwing a little money at this strip club, but gotta go home and knock on the door so their mama can open the door when they get home.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the context of that is though, because like at 28, it's like damn, I thought about it the other day, like somebody was saying, oh, they didn't want a car note. I'm like, man, you smoke weed? Like, yeah, you smoke about $500 a month. So it's like, why you can't go do something like that? Where's the mindset at to be like, what I'm really doing? If I got two bands, I mean, I know niggas like that go throw 3, 4, 5 bands in strip club. Niggas live with their mama and shit. Like, that's cool. They might love her. Something might be wrong with her. They take care of her. All that's great. But I'm type nigga, like, I get the apartment next door to you or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, still
Right.
take care of you, hold you down. Go cop a crib and put you in the front house. I take the back house, whatever, if that's what we own. But, I piece up with moms. Let's go do something better. You know what I mean? Where's the situation of, like, niggas
Right.
just living to die versus, like, just getting it in. Like, you feel me? Like, it feel good to just be on your 10 toes and maneuver how you maneuver. You feel me? Like when Cuddy went and swapped whips and got the Benz out, I said, okay, Cuddy still got that young nigga in him, man. You know, he can sit back and it ain't about the car. It's just about, okay, I'm moving in a different facet. You know, I'm wearing this hat right now, so let me just, you know, put this key in this ignition right now with it and drive, for lack of better words, where it's like niggas to sit back and really just not even be working towards nothing though. No goals, no plan. Niggas just doing whatever it is they do on some quick lick shit, bro. So I don't get that shit. Like you said, that shit weird. Like,
because everybody's rich on IG. Donnie, if you look at it, everybody's rich and doing good on IG. You don't see anybody showing that they live on an air mattress on IG.
Yeah.
Everybody live good on IG.
Yeah. True.
Everybody balling, eating steaks every night, but show the real shit. When you go live, just blow up your air mattress and lay on it. Let's see the real.
Yeah.
See, that's what when that Donnie Bills is like, in our day, niggas, I was faking it to make it.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy for us to really expose them. So those are the cats that, for myself, we would knock those cats. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got our little dance outfits and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the hustlers, the insecure hustlers and shit like that. But now the girls want to be with the loser. They want to be with the Lester Diamond and a nigga that just, you know, faking. And that's the part that's bugging me out.
A bitch told me the answer to that though, Cuddy. She say she broke it. The first she told me the weirdest shit ever. She said she got like a homosexual male best friend, and sometimes she fuck on him because he don't have emotions for her like that. So that behooved me. But then she broke it down and she said, well, when a woman gets with a man who's on his game, it makes her slide back from her game because now she plays the supplementary role, right?
Yeah.
Now she's submissive to the fact that she got a man that's on his P's and Q's, take a dope boy. You know, he moving around doing what he do, holding it down. He might need somebody to pick up certain calls or go get his daughter from school or something, though. So she got to maybe take time, not off from doing her little hair, but now she got to move on a different little note to make sure things don't go wrong in that facet so she can keep her upkeep and her new studio where she getting her shit done at, her new whip that she got, keeping her velour and galore up. Now she got to bend her curve. So she told me that women will go ahead and take a lesser man because the lesser man not going to stop her hustle and stop that go. The same way we say a lot of these men is pussy, a lot of these women, you know, they was raised by ain't shit niggas. You know
Yeah, for sure.
So then they pop out, you know, they got certain type of ways that, you know, you could tell when a woman had a father or male influence or womanly influence that was like, it was definite to the structure of making sure that person was independent and didn't harm nobody with some bullshit, where some people just tried to make their kid like that. You know what I mean? So she told me, you know, women to do that just so they can keep that hustle in them. Because they get with a Cuddy Mac or something, and then they be having to sit back and be cooking them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or cooking a dinner every night or, you know, doing laundry and shit. You know, it is what it is. But they understand the game now, though. So they go get a little Joe Smo and just step on his neck and then collect his check, and they be straight. You know?
Yeah, I got that too. They want that. They say they want that control.
Yeah, they want control now.
Yeah.
But see, I tried that though, where it's like you still stay true to the soil and the cloth of it, but you allow a woman to have certain access of control to you, and it run them thin because they like, damn, this is what you have to do to maintain the entity you are. Like, yeah, bitch, you thought you could take control of this?
Yeah, that part wears them out too. That part wears them out for 90 days. They be like, damn, this is a work.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, yeah, baby, you had to help me out. Yeah, answer my phone. Yeah, you can have my password to my Instagram. Now you looking at all them DMs, all the messages I got to go through, all the people I got to deal with, all the nonsense is going on. You like, ooh, I'm just leaving it alone. I just want to learn about him. Yeah, you don't want to learn about my whole life. You just want to learn about me. Yeah. You know, you get involved with everything.
I'm not locking nothing. If you go looking, nigga, you on your own.
Yeah, they be looking at my phone. They be like, what's a Cuddy Mac? Who's Cuddy Mac? Look, man, you really want me to break it down to you? You're going to start looking at a nigga a whole different type of way, though, so I'll break it down to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like
see,
that.
Donnie, you a nice guy. See, I stay on the bitch's head. I say I'm 24/7 with my bitch. Wash the dishes. I just wash the dishes. Wash them again. Go answer the door. Ain't nobody. They answer the door anyway. I don't give
Nah,
a fuck.
that's me. That's me, Cuddy. See, some people say I be faking on the internet though, but I get that. Hey man, that's how I'm coming. Cuddy will tell you, man. We had a broad. She came to shoot a film. She was in the episode before, and I ain't seen her in a minute though. She used to be a part of the stable. I ain't seen her in a minute. She came through, and she was just asking too many questions. She had cut Cuddy off at one point and shit. So I just went there with the bitch and sent her on the way. And Cuddy like, where she at? We ready for the scene? Say, Cuddy, we ain't doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't really be tolerating the bullshit, Gooch. I can't. It's bad for
Yeah,
business.
Gooch, I wanted to go film a scene, nigga. She was gone. I went downstairs to get her. They got cows looking around the
That
house, nigga.
bitch
She was
made the
gone.
worst prop peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. Like, you
All
can't
right, when
make a
y'all
peanut
shooting again, I want to say, as a matter of fact, man, because I want to say, man, that's your series is amazing. It was when
appreciate
y'all
it.
shooting again.
Probably next week. I'm gonna come by next week, Donnie. But I gotta get a pickup scene, bank robbery scene, Cuddy.
Can I get in the scene or something?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, Gooch be holding down the series, Cuddy. He hold it down for sure.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I'm with
Hey,
that.
Gooch,
Hell yeah.
like your only child, Gooch?
Huh? Yeah, I can hold it down. What's going on?
Are you your only child?
Yeah, I am the only child.
Because I was wondering, because your game range is so wide. Like you just stick with one hustle. Like your shit is like goes across the board. You seem like you approach it as the only child, like you're adventurous.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing, man. I had to become my only best friend because when the lights went out at night, I was the only one there. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I was lucky enough to have good people around me. You know, Uncle Wes, Ron Newt, Lou Ski, Payne,
You knew Ron Newt.
Iron Mike. It was so many different people around me that I just absorbed everything and took a little bit from everybody, and that's what made me. You know, some kids aren't fortunate enough to have good people around them. I can honestly say that my surroundings are cool people, man. Just the thing, let's look at it like this: in hip hop, where the dancers were just as important as the MC, I know you and I know C Love from two different coasts, but the best dancers on their coast. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know I had the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? So that shit is very important, man. Who's that lucky to do that in life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this, Gooch, since you're so well rounded. Did your worlds like ever clash? Or here's an example. Like I know you also, a trainer and a fitness instructor. I know you can train a nigga to get to the Olympics. But in your other world, you also know, Hector down in Mexico who could get you to the Olympics a little bit faster.
Right.
So do those worlds ever clash, or do you just keep it 100 in one lane and keep it 100 in the other lane?
Let me tell you how they clash, because I can say this, and it's totally honest. I had my best friend says I'm probably one of the most talented people ever. When you possess a lot of talents, sometimes when things get hard, you just say, fuck it, I'll do what I know works. So that's where the clash, kind of works. So, for example, I could be dealing with a chick, and as soon as she says she's not going to do what I tell her to do, I'm not the type of nigga to negotiate it. I'll just go get another bitch. You know what I mean? Or, you might be in a whip and just say the whip, something go wrong with the whip. Yeah, I could take it to the body shop, but fuck it, I just go get another car. I never really learned how to repair things. And that's why I'm single now, because as a man, dealing with women, I never learned to repair or to recycle or say I'm sorry. All I knew is that I could fuck you like I hate you, make you come several times, and we had a good time. Once that stops and you don't like that anymore, I just go get another bitch. Now I'm in my 40s and my lower back don't work the same. So,
I love niggas keeping 1,000.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I had an accident to where I fell down some stairs a year ago, and I just had 2 back surgeries. So that same dick that was slinging, It's there, but it just don't work like that anymore because my lower back can't take that type of friction anymore. So now I find myself being nice. Hey, how you doing? Opening the door and
You
just
need that one little lady that's gonna
right. So when
hold
I
you
was younger,
down.
I didn't have to do that.
But that's that double-edged sword though, because now when you're in that situation, you get that one lady that's hold you down. That's that one you got to take that conversation where she be like, "Man, you old broke back ass nigga." You got to take it from her though, because you know she love you. You feel me?
Oh,
I'm in that
I'm not
situation now
Donnie.
with thugging
Check
for
this out, Donnie.
years,
Don't
huh?
get me wrong. I got a mouthpiece. I'm probably the only nigga you know that can sell water to a bitch drowning. My mouthpiece is incredible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying when, like, okay, so I'm in the same situation. I was thugging hard as a youngin', you know what I'm saying, the last couple of years, and I made a decision. I said, okay, the type of environment, the type of business I'm doing right now, the
Right.
type of energy I'm giving right now is not required to be all over the place because I see it like, when you're young and you get into it, it's cool. But then when you're young and you got it, you got to watch where you bringing it and what you bringing around it. So you necessarily can't be sleeping over every broad house every night or this, that, or third, because then your business get out of order. You got to have a space in the place. So then, like, they call it you getting older, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, but it's you just getting smarter. Like, okay, this the season and the reason for this. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the bra. So now I'm saying your situation is like, yeah, you can go knock 10 bitches back, but then, like, shit, you're going to be making sure you had that 11th one, like, shit, I need a back rub. And then you're going to lose that one. Now you at 10. And that ninth will go fall off. So then you're going to end up with one anyway because every one of them ain't trying to do what you say. So I say, yeah, regardless, life going to push you to, like, slow down or speed up. So, I say, we know you can get to them, but I think it's always what I learned and what I always learned from Cuddy Mack, man, from Legend is just, it's always a season and a reason for some shit. We know what we can do, but, like, what we supposed to be doing just for right now. So let me ask you this. Would you say you in a space right now where it's like you said, I was the same way. Like you can't fix stuff because like I ain't had no father. They didn't have no shop class in high school. Like fix it.
Right.
I'm gonna just go get some new shit. Like I know how to hustle. They put
Right.
that in you. Hustle to class, the bell rang. Hustle to this, the bell rang. I know how to hustle my ass off, but I fix it. Like I could try. I ain't in the half-ass doing that neither though. So we might as well not start over, but just go re-up in a sense in that hustle mentality. So where would you say you in a space right now where you still is like, man, just I'm fuck these bitches, I'm gonna get a new one, or are you still in 40s, are you willing to work with something?
This is the space I'm in, Donnie. I use a lot of sports analogies because as men, our life is kind of like a pro athlete. When I was young, I had all the athletic ability. I just dunk on you. I didn't any play you call, I'm just gonna dunk. Now that I'm older, you got to give it to me on the block. I have a nice fadeaway with the bitches. You know what I
Right.
mean? My game is matured. I can't. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna score 50 every night. Now I'm gonna give you a solid
Man.
25. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Make a couple defensive plays. I make plays in life now.
Yeah.
I'm not the athlete I used to be, but now just look at Kobe or look at LeBron right now. He's doing the right thing, keeping his body in shape, and he's aging well. But when you start falling off in age, your body gets a little older. Just have a nice little turnaround jumper so you can stay in the
That's
game.
what I mean. I feel that because that's like with age come wisdom. So you ain't working as hard. When you're young, sometimes you might have to take this broad out. You gotta actually like her a little bit. Now you gotta text her, follow her on Instagram, all that weird shit. But if you got a cold two-step, you can slide out and crack that same little honey dip that like somebody in my demographic was trying to get to, but just off the strength of what you bring to the table, and you ain't even got to jump through all the hoops like that. So you could have a little. That's James Harden, like you said on some sports shit. That little one step might get the foul too.
Yeah,
That little step back, shoot it up, and go in real quick. Now we down court. Versus
right,
like, man, I'm pushing tempo, crossover. We running the triangle offense every night, trying to get it in. Like you ain't got to play that game. Yeah, that's hard.
Hey, Donnie, let me tell you something about your Uncle Gooch, man. I'm
Yeah,
probably the only nigga you know that can sell a senior citizen to a pedophile. My
man,
game is so cold. It's out.
man.
It's so amazing. I've been doing this since Moby Dick was a goldfish. And
Man,
if you ever need to call Uncle Gooch, man, I got you, man. This call,
yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna make
talking.
it happen.
I'm
I'm custom that cloth, man. But yeah,
Yeah, go yeah. Fuck
what
Johnny
you say?
Bills. I told you don't fuck with Johnny Gooch because you got that that virtual game, and you would take a fall, nigga, and be back up and pass niggas up, even though you fail.
Oh,
Man,
nigga, if
it
I
be
tell you
like
cities
that.
on the moon, all you gotta do is bring the crackers.
Hey, Gooch, you fuck niggas up when they was like the streets was like, oh man, Gooch out here, he doing bad or whatever. Nigga, Gooch popped up on Maroy's podcast. Donnie Bills broke out 150 racks on niggas in the suite. Niggas didn't know what to say. Nigga, all they could do was just shut up. Nigga, I was like, yeah, get these niggas, Gooch.
Man,
Kill
that's
them.
how niggas did us when we slowed down West Los Scandalous. So, you know, it looked like the tribe split up in the show and in real life. And niggas like, you know, where the music coming from and shit. So, you know, they
Yeah.
see niggas, you know, we started the training company a couple years ago. They thought niggas was trying to like, the stories niggas telling me like, yeah, bro, we thought you was trying to like start the football shit back again. We just seen you working out. Like, nah, nigga, that's just what you see. We was building
Yeah.
something. Now we got the hottest training company in the city when it
Yeah.
comes to movement. So I feel what niggas are saying, bro. It be like that. You gotta just keep it off the dribble.
Yeah.
Kobe brought that little Jordan fadeaway out when he wasn't young Kobe and couldn't just drive down the lane. He started the little
Yeah,
background,
yeah.
shimmy
There you go.
pivot. You know what I'm saying? Fade away, lean, tween, keep it easy on him.
Yeah. Hey man, I really enjoy this West Side Live, man. You don't mind me sharing this on my page and showing people so they can tune in and,
Oh, not at
and
all,
get
okay?
Yeah.
can I get Corey on here?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Now, man, gang.
Okay, Donnie smoked trees all day, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, he smoked big
Yours,
trees.
man. I got you, bro.
It's a cold game out here. It's usually light.
What's our next topic, man? I like this shit.
That's it. We about to close it out in 10 minutes.
Let's
It's
go.
hard.
Okay, well, shit. Let me say this, man. I want to say, Legend, man, you my nigga, man. It's always a pleasure. And Donnie, I'm your Uncle Gooch now, man. So if you need anything, you hit me up, and I got your back like scoliosis, man. It was a pleasure spending this time with y'all because this is what it's supposed to be: men coming together, talking,
Yes, sir.
conversating, and building and growing. Nothing negative,
Right.
all positive, and that's what men do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel great about this, man.
Yes, sir. That's real.
And Donnie, what's your social media
I
so everybody
appreciate
can
your
know?
time, OG.
Oh
Shit,
man, I got you.
It's right there on the joint. I think right there, yeah. At Mr. Metaray. Shit, you can type in Donnie Bills, Google Donnie Bills, all that. I'll come up. Man, I'm rocking with you though, man. Appreciate the game that you giving, man. It's supposed to be sold, not
Yeah,
told.
because you know Rory
That's why
Mack.
people
You see Rory
appreciate
Mack.
when they come together.
You gotta be a douche.
Hey man, I'm at Gooch the Great. The best thing to happen to a woman since the straightening comb. So at Gooch the Great, GOOCHTHEGREAT at Gooch the Great on IG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Goose. So yeah, chop it up, man. Coming and I got these scenes for this last few episodes, Cuddy.
And please, man, if you write something for me, I promise I'll be there.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
Yeah, just whatever you. Oh damn, that 51 minutes went by quick. Okay.
Yeah. You see Rory Mack's their go-to guy
Okay.
in the show. Yeah. He put him on all the little schemes and hits and shit.
Okay, so will we be able to watch this as soon as it goes off?
Yep. Probably like 3 minutes after it's over.
Okay, it's going to be on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, man. Once again, brother, I appreciate you, man. You my brother, man, and I love you, brother.
Cuddy Mack, love you too, Cuddy Mack.
All right, man. Go.
Love, man. Y'all
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Donnie Bills. So yeah, that was a good one, man. Nice balance there. So we get our boy Oz team on next week.
Okay.
And I need to get with you. I need to get a little pickup shot for this little diamond heist.
Shit, let's do it.
Like a little after effect or something. You feel me?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I'm down. Shit.
Yeah. So let's chop it in, man. And we'll wrap it up next week for WESTSIDE Live, Cuddy Mack.
Yes, sir. We'll get Oz in here. Maybe a little impromptu D'Anthony shot.
Yep.
We can make it
like
make
that.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, WESTSIDE Live. We see y'all next week. Asa King, DeAnthony Thomas,
Yes, sir.
the original Black Mamba.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, put one up in the air. Ron New Pimp Doobie. Dedicate this show to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And we out, Donnie Bills.
Yes, sir. We out, man.